standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
It's not optimal. This is why you won't see it too much on high level. Until you get there, you should...
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First down, Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Shedding the tackle. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
I see.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 80 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Here's Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Hey, catch him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Time to run through the starters on the defensive side for Chicago. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Prescott now on 2nd down, fighting through. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield. Gained nice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this job's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So close to hitting this combo. Right. Back in the corner.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
So mid, hard, and then
on 1st down, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jason Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Yeah, right?
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And this is Gabriel on the catch.
Holding offense.
I guess I'll give us another healer. Damn, I shouldn't have picked him.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to
martial
arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey.
I didn't even do the hard kick.
Got caught for the game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I'm we defending. I need to
pick. Get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. He's got a 1st down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, I heard you watching that shit last night. Maybe say something gay or some shit.
Here's Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're
booty
inside
ass
the
nigga.
10 as he's
Some shit
brought
like
down
that.
at the
What?
9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I bet you gonna put 500 up, broke ass nigga. I bet you gonna put 500 up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Damn.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but
Who the hell is he talking
the
to?
guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard.
Yo!
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ezekiel man! Here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized.
Yo, I'm getting melted, man.
You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier.
Damn, this team is trash.
Not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Oh, my God. I got to get that rolls.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass.
Yo, man, that fucking rolls and killed me like.
He's flinging it around.
Yo, come on, man.
Really
Look, get me out of this room, bro. Get me out of here.
You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking is so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jordan Howard and the Bears offense making their way back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Yo,
the starting 11 on defense for Dallas.
You mean to tell me y'all, hey, this nigga was able to kill me right there, man, and y'all niggas standing right behind me?
Because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few
adjustments. That's how I know I'm playing with a bunch of faggots. This nigga named McDonald's Pizza.
It's a
punk-ass little kid. Get the fuck off. Fuck out of here.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was
what is that? Was like a compilation of videos of him talking shit to people?
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Trubisky to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now whistles as time has run out on this first quarter. 10-7 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers.
So
You're not you
bitch-ass
when you're
down,
hungry.
boy.
Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Yo, hey, man, what the fuck is taking me out that fast, man? Gee, I was at full fucking health.
On 2nd down, Trubisky over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fuck out of here, man.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with, to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that time?
Gee, who the fuck is shoot me, man?
Out of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, one of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Trubisky with a give to Howard. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
God damn, this team is trash. We don't have any See, that's what I'm saying, man. We don't have what we need, man. We don't fucking have what we need. We need cactuses, man. We need every kind of character there is.
Oh, this nigga is beating off in the pool. What's going on? What this nigga doing, man?
This is Cullen. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into
fucking trash, man. They shouldn't have been able to get past if we had cactuses. Sniping these niggas. I'm switching off. I'm gonna fucking play fucking cactus, man. I'm gonna show y'all how it's fucking done.
In a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Gee, who destroyed my... Yo.
Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Throwing here, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A give to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job one in this league, won't you? I mean,
where's our team? Where's our team?
Putting the ball downfield as well. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Yo. I'm getting sniped, G. I'm getting.
He just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach.
Yo, I'm getting sniped from a fucking archer. G, a foot soldier archer.
This is third and goal now.
That shit is trash, man.
On their feet here in Arlington. Now Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Hold on. It's on sale.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will
yo, who the fuck is shooting me? Gee, I'm behind the fucking
drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-point
this lasts till
drive,
Christmas Day at 10 a.m.
But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
How is he over there?
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready.
Man, this team is garbage. This team is fucking garbage, man. Anytime that they can spawn camp like this, man, this team is fucking garbage.
They control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, no. Oh.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking inside, he's got him in. It's James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This team is
His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
That'd be a lot of new names to play though.
The give is to Elliott, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
Get the fuck out of here.
So they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
English. So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 3rd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball
First line of
moves.
character, like. He's trying to find out more than 35 feet.
Man,
they only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Stories.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
God give it.
And now Chicago getting ready
I can't even hit that combo.
take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker.
I can't even do this for you, okay?
Put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. Too bad. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I can't do none of this, man.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
Maybe on PC.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Trubisky will throw. Out left to Shaheed. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the box. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
back to the other 5
Second
points.
down, Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down.
What is? I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. On second down, Elliott. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Damn.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Prescott from the gun. And Wilson has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Watch this.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he finds Beasley complete.
Yeah, low, medium.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
That'll be pretty
He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Prescott now. Going for the ball. And this is intercepted.
They did.
Say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Yeah, get back.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm trying to music down. I can't. Yeah. God damn, music is fucked.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points.
This is a wrong fucking spot.
This PS4
plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break
Oh
chestnuts?
my God,
I'm not
man.
sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of
what the fuck was
up later in the ground game. Through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
This nigga named Bad Putty Tail.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gunn alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. The Vikes continue to struggle as they finish off the first half of the year winless at 0-8. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. 31-13 was the final. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So
now Trubisky lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Yo, what are you doing? How are you, bitch?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Damn.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I ain't trying to do that, but whatever.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Where's the app store?
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Get punk ass out of here.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. You got to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, my God. You got 6 advertisements on a 10-minute video, you whore.
Gets past one man. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral.
Come on.
Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yo, what?
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that
keeps killed by a nigga named Bad Footy Chad.
Now Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end.
Wait, why didn't he just
usually right in the middle of the field.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go.
Hey, how do you know where I'm at in the world, man? Hold on now.
Last time, see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down.
Man, let me go against the CPU real quick, man. Hold on.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Come on there.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Look at that.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
I'm sick of playing
he
this
looked like
map.
one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
How did I get good?
Past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Oh my God, man. Operate the menu.
Now a play fake here on first down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Prescott now from the 50. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They start on the ground with Elliott. Nifty move, and he stopped immediately there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Prescott now on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll give to Elliott. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yo, what was that?
He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side.
I keep going in there.
And they'll bring him down.
You lose every time they team lose.
It sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is fielded at the 27. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
I landed right on top of a fucking... Wow. I landed right on top of a spike lead. You got to be kidding.
Have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. 180.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw. Prescott out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on
one of y'all
that
snipers got to take that pea shooter out.
Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
What?
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Chambers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This ain't even going to be fair. What we about to do to these motherfuckers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Drops it underneath, Elliott.
Why does this thing
call a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just go into the half.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
They done made this tree into a gingerbread house, and there's a fucking chimney at the top with smoke coming out. Yo.
Here's Prescott.
Yo.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of
his. They did a horrible
Didn't
job
get a
at balancing the teams.
on the play, but it did what it was
Horrible
supposed
job.
to. Pick up a first down.
First down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Yo, what happened?
That looked like an example of what you said back in the first
That
half.
was
Running back
bullshit.
of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
McDonald's pieces.
They'll try and run it in. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Oh, yeah, this is what they're talking about in the group on the far south side. So I think that 2 people who are stuck and not being released. That's because they police officers.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
So good to the point where even it's not an MKX, they gave you the skin as a 4-minute skin. That's how good and iconic this skin is.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now it's Wilson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Right there. With that, we say so
I moved over to my left and the CPG still hit. Wow. Yo, who the fuck is shooting me?
Hell yeah, with this lame ass shit.
Oh, fuck you, faggot.
Guys are coming over here and looking over here. What was that noise? And then using that chaos, I sneak in and I rescue the hostage who is being portrayed by Darth Maul. Carry him on my back, go out here and give the helicopter takes us away. And we're fine. And your creation, where maybe you chose to drive a car and you ghost ride it into the watchtower, and that guy goes fucking flying, and the car blows up, and then you hop out and son of a bitch, and then you murder everyone in sight. and then you go and rescue the hostage. He's probably shitting his pants at this point. Darth Maul's like, oh my god, and then you're like, come on, guy, let's go. And then, you get out of there. You can see that my creation and your creation, or whatever's left of it, are totally different and unique from each other. And that's the power of the bucket, because we each had a unique experience that feels personal to our ever-developing gamer body. And yes, I did have a lot of fun putting these together. Don't even ask. I will now show you the sound of my childhood. Now, moving over to the Lego set here, this is a completely different kind of experience. The Legos in the set still represent the gameplay mechanics, but you're following a predetermined order on how you're going to experience.
Yo, man, come on, man.
Finally finish your Lego creation. Your creation.
It's always somebody on my right shooting me my left. Come on now.
This isn't necessarily a bad thing, because there's plenty of great Lego set type games. Portal 2, Uncharted 2, Inside, fucking Donkey Kong Country. These games are very linear and have specific needs, gameplay moments that they want you to experience in a certain order and way, and there's nothing wrong with that. All these games are fucking wet dreams. But the problem with Red Dead 2 and almost all of Rockstar's open world games is that they're constantly flip-flopping between these different kinds of design. You have the open world where you're encouraged to experiment with the different gameplay systems and explore your surroundings and potentially problem solving, and then the missions, which essentially shoot all of that in the face and boil down to following a yellow line and waiting to be told what to do. And if anything other than the exact thing you're supposed to do, mission fail. Try to take a different route, mission fail. Try to flank the enemy, mission fail. Attempt to be even slightly creative in your approach in a fucking stealth mission, like climbing onto a roof, mission fail. For whatever excuse Rockstar comes up with for you doing other than exactly what they want you to do. When you think about it, it's really fucking ironic, because this is a game about bad boy outlaws that disobey the rules and do whatever they want. And this kind of design wouldn't be so bad if Rockstar...
Yo, man!
They want the missions to be these linear, Naughty Dog style blockbuster roller coasters in the open world to be the Breath of the Wild West realistic.
We need Chomper, man.
Having 1 foot in open world design and 1 foot in roller coaster design, neither design ever achieves its full potential and is never as interesting or deep or as consistent as its contemporaries. Because in order to get the player to experience exactly what you want, open world game, first you gotta make them ride to the mission mark, and then you gotta ride to where the mission actually takes place, and then you gotta wait for something to inevitably go wrong, and then shoot guys in the face with that over and over and over and over, Red Rovers, and good mission gone over. And it's just sad, because they have this magnum dong of a map that's so gorgeous and huge, with crazy attention to detail, with signs that give you directions and other landmarks to tell where you're going. And before the game came out, I remember seeing some rumor float around that if you play the game without the radar on, NPCs will actually give you directions for missions, and then you have to pay more attention to the game world itself instead of this little fucking circle in the corner. And when I heard that shit, I got super excited, because it meant that I could turn off the radar and just use the compass and the fucking physical map that comes with the game. Because while Rockstar has always included these ass maps with their games, I've only ever had to bust one out to complete a mission once, and it was fucking amazing. In Grand Theft Auto 4, there were these awesome side missions where you would receive a text with the description of a car you're supposed to steal, along with the address. No icon on the map, no waypoint on the radar, just text. And because the in-game map doesn't show the street names, I had to bust out the actual physical map that came with the game and study the names of the roads.
Okay, I'm not finna keep healing you if that's what you're gonna keep doing the whole goddamn game. You can't do that, man. They're gonna keep shooting in there.
And that felt amazing. I felt like an actual badass instead of a toddler that needed to be told what to do every 5 seconds. So you can surmise that while I was playing Red Dead 2, I tried to play the game without having the radar turned on and just the compass.
Man! Man, who the fuck is shoot me?
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly mistakes, we're not gonna win. So let's get out there and let's have a good practice, huh?
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, we're on the ball after this.
Mine is the elf on the shelf is the only one to be changing positions tonight. I really like it. Her pain is a forgiving.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this.
Fucking great. If I meet a stranger and he tells me that I should go rob a yellow house in the woods or in the roads, I'm going to use that information along with my compass and my physical map to figure out where to go. And not having a waypoint always telling me exactly where to go makes even the simple process of adventuring around and finding stuff so badass. Badass cowboy explorer with a map.
Pass.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
He should have been dead.
Stomach. My goddamn stomach. Wait, bitch, you.
Wow, we got 4 people. You know what? I'm out of here.
You fucking nigga. I swear to. You fucking nigga. I swear to fucking.
I come in the name of Jesus by the power to actually start any of the missions. It is impossible to do shit without having the radar on. Even in the case of a mission where the instruction was just to park this stolen stagecoach in a secluded spot. I didn't have the radar on at the time, and I was like, all right,
8:30.
sweet, go find a spot.
I did not feel like I need to play-by-play on how to run. I am so
Brain. Why did I ever think I could do something on my own? I'm a dumb baby. I'm just a dumb baby. Give me milk. I want to fucking sleep.
This nigga's stupid, yo. Come on.
That GTA 4 Michael's Sebring mission, it is the exact opposite feeling. You're not making me feel like a badass cowboy. You're making me feel like a dumb little kid. And part of me is torn because I genuinely love the characters and the story that Red Dead 2 is trying to tell. There are some genuinely thrilling missions.
No scientists. Once again, niggas don't pick what we need. They just pick what they want.
That nigga.
But those moments are overshadowed by so many repetitive and mindless missions that it starts to feel like you're looking at this beautiful Lego bucket and you're realizing all its potential for unique and
Niggas don't pick what we need. They just pick what they want.
which pieces you gotta use, how you're gonna use them. Then it's once again time to tap X a bunch and ride to a mission point and then watch a cutscene and then uh-oh, no way, what? Something went wrong again? No way! And now I gotta sit behind a broken